send one message to Americans 50 years in the future, what would it be?
Don't send your sons to finish what politicians start.
Today is my rest day after my slow 10 miles yesterday. But the only thing I can do is get outside, find some fresh air, and pray for peace.
In case you never see us again, I just want to say one thing. God bless America. God bless all of you.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran.
So I have a question, right? Once again, Trump was saying no new wars, this, that, and the third, right? But we also see that we are actively pretty much in a war, right? There's combat going on overseas. And if anybody had the stomach to listen to Trump's bullshit, right, that 8-minute bullshit, Trump clearly said, I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he was like, to the brave men and women that's serving overseas right now, that's an overseas basis, like some of you may die. And it was like, Lord Farquaad, but this is a risk that I'm willing to take. Well, Mr. Trump, if you are willing to risk innocent men and women, our servicemen and women who are overseas, if you're willing to risk their lives, how about you let Barron fucking join? Barron's 18 years old. Why the fuck can't Barron join the military? Why don't you risk his life like you're willing to risk all these other Americans' lives because of fucking Benjamin Netanyahu? Tell Barron to get out there and fucking get boots on the fucking ground. It's fucking crazy, right? You got the British royals. They send motherfucking the princes. They sent Prince Harry and fucking the other dude, William, whoever the fuck. They sent them in the fucking military. Trump, send Barron little bitch ass in the fucking military so he can have some boots on the ground. So you can say, so now you can see what these mothers and fathers are dealing with when you putting their children in fucking harm's way.
Hey MAGA, you stupid, dumb, ugly bitches, this war is your fault. If you voted for that Ron Orange, you voted for this war. Therefore, y'all should get your asses out on those front lines. Women for Trump, blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump, gays for Trump. I need all of you guys to enlist and deploy out today. You know what? I'm also going to add the people who didn't vote. This is also your fault. Get your asses out there. Jill Stein voters, get your asses out there. If you were here online talking about don't vote for Kamala, don't vote for Kamala, get your asses out there. This is y'all's fault. Your president caused this war, so you need to go out and fight for your president. It is so baffling to me, the amount of people I have seen online talk about this war is great, I love this, President Trump is the best, blah, 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 this is all for the American people, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I comment to them, okay, so when are you gonna go deploy? I never get a response. Don't get scared now, don't be pussy now, get your asses out there. Go out there and fight for your pedophile president.
What happened when the war you supported suddenly becomes your child's war? Across America, fear is growing inside MAGA household as tension in Middle East escalates. Parents who once believed President Donald Trump would keep America out of foreign conflicts are now terrifying their sons and daughters could be sent to fight in Iraq. And the backlash is turning explosive. So America are now saying something once unthinkable. If American family must send their children to war, then Trump's own son should go too.
Now, here's what Sean Ryan said. He said, "I've fought enough fake wars. I think I'll sit this one out." Right. And then speaking for all veterans, typically I don't like to do this. Sean did this here, but I'm going to agree with him. Says, "I'll bet upwards of 99% of the people that fought with me share this same sentiment." I know I do. I agree 1000%. Almost every global war on terror veteran I know feels the exact same way. Question is, you might be asking yourself, why? Well, because we saw the cost of the global war on terror personally over the last 20 years. Okay. I personally lost friends, teammates to both combat and self-deletion afterwards. Almost everybody I know has as well, right? The PTSD, substance abuse, trauma. And no, I don't want to see the next generation go get put through that for no reason. A lot of people don't understand. We are just now starting to see the societal effects of an entire generation that went and fought that 20-year conflict. Okay. A lot of guys are still serving. And I can tell you, you're going to see more and more. Again, self-deletion rates are going to continue to ramp up. We don't need to do this to the next generation. You can't convince me that this conflict is worthwhile for us to do that. It's not going to happen. Nobody wants it. Americans don't want it. Veterans don't want it.
This is not the United States' war.
My own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country. Our government's job is not to look out for Iran or for Israel. It's to look out for us.
I'm just going to be brutally frank. If it's going to be a hard slog, I mean, that was not pitched in the 2024 campaign.
I just need to say hi. I miss home so much. It's hard out here. I'm trying to stay strong. I really am. I'll be okay.
It's like AJ Sanchez. Why aren't you registering for the military? Go fight for your country. If you voted for Trump, this is your war. You should not have to mention a draft or anything like that because this is what y'all voted for. And then if you're an ICE, you should automatically get registered.
Americans spent the last 2 decades fighting and dying in the Middle East. Parents watched their kids shipped off to foreign lands. So many lives lost, so many billions wasted, so much suffering and anguish that scarred an entire generation. Why is Donald Trump hell-bent on making history repeat itself? Why is he plunging America headfirst into a war that Americans do not want and which he cannot even explain?
You know, I see a lot of Republicans online celebrating Donald Trump's war in Iran, and they're happy that it's going to continue for weeks, according to him. And yet none of them are signing up for the military. You know, you can go to the Army website and sign up and get deployed, right? Go do it. They're perfectly happy putting other Americans out there on the front lines, putting their lives in danger. 3 Americans have already died, but they sit from the comfort of their homes in the United States and type on their keyboards and say, yeah, war in Iran, let's keep going. Pathetic. Pathetic. These warmongers who voted for the peace president in a year completely flip and they're saying, yeah, let's keep going. Disgusting, man.
Donald Trump has dragged us into a war the American people do not want. He has put American troops in harm's way. The American people do not want our sons and daughters to go into this unauthorized war.
And MAGA said that this was the woman who was going to start wars.
Has Trump started a war that he can't finish?
Well, he started a war with no real solid rationale and with no solid plan. We have people working in our embassies who are now under attack and their security details have been removed. We have Americans abroad who were told to exit countries after commercial flights had already been canceled 3 days before. I mean, we have allies, Kuwait shooting down American planes. Why does that happen? It's because the U.S. didn't tell the ally that we're going to do this, and then you may come under attack. And so if you don't tell the ally and then suddenly they're under attack, then they hastily take actions that are really, really tragic. Could have been more tragic. Thank God the crews were safe.
Is this war legal, sir?
No. The president, every president since Harry Truman has said that his ability to do military action without a formal declaration of war, whether you believe the War Powers Act is constitutional or not, the president has followed through. He's briefed Congress. He's given. He did the Gang of Eight. He did a large group. We had classified briefings. So the president's followed that.
I want to make sure that we are providing the resources our warfighters and civilians in the region need to be defended. But we also, given how quickly President Trump, on a gut feeling, pushed us into this war, we need a strategic justification.
Senator, is this war legal?
it did not follow the Constitution.
Senator, do you think what Trump's doing is legal?
I think he's in compliance with the war powers.
For years, the MAGA movement rallied around a powerful promise: no endless war. Many supporters believe that under Donald Trump, America will avoid another devastating Middle East conflict. But now, as tension with Iraq rise and military operations expand across the region, that belief is being tested. Parents who partly supported the administration are now confronting a frightening possibility. Their children may be the one fighting. For some family, this isn't just politics anymore. It's personal. As emotions rise, the debate online are becoming increasing heat. Some Americans are demanding that if young America are sent to war, then leaders should not be exempted from sacrifice. They are calling on Barron Trump, the youngest son of Donald Trump, to enlist in the military if the nation enter a full-scale conflict with Iran. For these critics, the message is simple. War should never be something that only other families experience. If political leaders send soldiers to battle, their own families should share the same risk. Others have gone even further. Some voices online are now saying that those who supported president should be the first to fight. Their argument is blunt. If you voted for the leader who started the war, then you should be willing to defend that decision on the battlefield. It's a statement that revealed just how deeply divided America has become. What once was political disagreement are now turned into angry, fear, and resentment. War has always carried a heavy cost, but in modern America, the cost is often carried by a small unit of family. Many politicians who authorize military action never see their own children wearing the uniform. And the reality has sparked a growing debate. Should the burden of war be shared equally, or it will continue to fall mostly on ordinary families? History has shown us something powerful. War always sounds different when it comes far away. It is easy to support military action when the battlefield exists on television screen. But when the possibility of war reaches your own home, everything changes. Suddenly, it is not about politics. It is about parents wondering if their children will return home safely. It is about families imagining the worst phone call they could ever receive. Across America today, many supporters of Donald Trump are confronting their reality for the first time. Some are standing firmly behind the president, believing the conflict is necessary to protect the country. Others are questioning whether the promises of avoiding foreign wars have been broken. And some are demanding that if ordinary Americans must sacrifice, then the families of the powerful leaders should also share that burden. The debate has sparked one of the most emotional political conversations in years. Should leaders' families serve in military during war? Should those who support military action be willing to fight themselves? Or the responsibility of war should be shared by all Americans equally? These are questions that strike at the heart of democracy, leadership, and accountability. And tonight, those questions are louder than ever, because when war becomes real, the distance between politics and personal sacrifice disappeared. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think political leaders' families should serve in the military during wartime? Should supporters of a war be willing to fight for it? And what do you think about people calling Barron Trump to enlist? Tell us your thought in the comment below. Your voice matters in this conversation. And if you believe in exposing the truth behind the headlines, make sure you like this video, share with others, and subscribe to True Verdict for more powerful documentaries, footage, and commentary used in this documentary include clips from Stitch's video shared across social media. Credit to the Stitch's video creator whose content helped highlight public reaction of this story.